What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I'm actually just leaving Best Buy because I had bought a new lens for this camera and it ended up being quite noisy when I was trying to use the autofocus feature on my camera, which I kind of need for filming videos. Long story short, I exchanged the lens I bought for another one which was supposed to be quieter, and the new one ended up being louder than the old one. So I just came here to return the new one as well and just get rid of it, and I think the plan going forward, we're just gonna buy a new camera here within the next month or two. So keep your eyes peeled very soon for some upgrade in quality, at least from a camera's point of view. I'm sure you guys will notice it too. But for now, we need to get back on the road and get home because I have some stuff I wanna show you and talk to you about. I'll see you at the garage. Back at the house, guys, here's what I want to talk to you about, and that is the parts that are for sale. I mentioned these parts in the last video, which I uploaded yesterday. First video back in like 3 weeks. I think it's been 3 weeks. Yeah. So we mentioned towards the end of that video that I do have some parts that I want to sell. Parts that I was going to hold on to in case I needed them down the line or whatever, just to have them here for backups. Those parts are the stock injectors out of the Cummins. You guys know I put 125 horsepower injectors from Diesel Auto Power in the truck just about a year ago. It's been a year in February. I also have the stock HY35 turbo that is up for grabs because we took that off the truck this past summer and put on an HX35, and well, I was gonna keep the HY35 as a backup in case I needed it. I think that maybe this summer the HX35 is going to take the place on the workbench of this little HY turbo. So the HY35 is up for grabs, and somebody else who can use it, I'm hoping, will contact me and take it off my hands. There's also a stock set of mirrors for a 98.5 to 02 Dodge, whether it's a 1500 or a 2500. I do have a set of stock mirrors, and those are right up there. And also the other bigger item that I'm sure some of you guys are going to be interested in is the Edge Comp Box. The Edge Comp Box, I'm going to try to pull that out of the truck within the next couple of weeks and do away with that because you guys have spoke pretty loud and pretty clear about what mod you want to see done to the 24 valve here as the first mod of 2019, and I believe that mod is going to be the Quad Adrenaline 4K. I gave you guys 3 options to kind of vote on over the course of like 2 videos, and I gave it a couple weeks to let you guys put your votes in, and so many of you want to see the Quad Adrenaline get installed on the truck, probably to compare it to the Edge Comp Box. And there's just so many different features of the Quad Adrenaline and benefits for the truck that we can make a few different videos on that once we get it and put it on the truck. So I am planning to get that ordered up here pretty soon. I will let you know and keep you in the loop as to when I get it. Not quite sure when the install video is going to be, but I do plan on taking the Edge Comp Box out of the truck and preparing for the Quad Adrenaline because I currently don't really use the Edge Comp Box all that much anyways. I typically run the truck with the Edge Comp Box turned off. So those are the parts that I currently have up for grabs. If anybody is interested, you can contact me on Instagram through a direct message at purepanorama19, or you can shoot me an email, and my email and my Instagram are always down in the video description, so feel free to go down there, get that stuff, and shoot me a message. Maybe we can talk and work something out for these parts. I do have a couple of the injectors right here so you guys can see them. This one is one that I actually cleaned up in a video showing you guys how to clean injectors. I could go through and clean the rest of them if whoever is buying them would like them cleaned, so that the only thing you have to worry about is popping them in your truck and just being able to use them. I would prefer not to have to go through and clean them all, but if it would make somebody happy and someone would want the rest of them cleaned up, I am not opposed to doing that. I can certainly take the time to clean these things up and get them prepared to ship off to whoever would like to buy them. And then that is the old HY35 turbo right there, boys. You can see that the wastegate is not installed on it right now. It's actually sitting right there along with the gasket and the V-band, but you would need to get some new gaskets if you're going to install it. That's just good practice. The wastegate actually on this needs to be freed up because it is actually seized. I was planning on doing a rebuild with this HY35 and making a video on that to show anybody who is still running this turbo how to rebuild it, but I've changed my mind on that and I would just prefer to get rid of it, do away with it now. I need to clear out some of these old parts and make room for some new stuff that I'm planning to hopefully try and get done this spring and this summer to bring you guys some new content and do some changes with the truck. This thing never gave me any trouble, never had any hiccups or whatever. It always ran fine on the truck. You probably could install it as is on your truck, but I wouldn't recommend that. If it's already out of the truck, it's totally worth having it rebuilt or rebuilding it yourself before you install it, just for good measures. So I'm gonna let this thing go as is. However you see it right here, this is how she's going. I might just stick the V-band clamp back on there just because. And as far as the wastegate being stuck, you're better off just letting the wastegate be stuck on this tiny turbo, because it's not like you need the wastegate. You want this little guy to build as much boost pressure as you can. It's not going to harm or hurt your truck. So I would just not even honestly worry about that. I wasn't even planning on putting the wastegate actuator back on this thing. And I was going to put this back on the truck for a little bit and do some stuff different with the HX35. But like I said, I think I've changed my mind completely, and I would like to probably replace the HX35 with something slightly larger. So that's just a couple of the things that I listed. Obviously the mirrors are up there packed away in a box. I'd have to pull those down, but they are in perfect condition. They're fine. They're a little old, obviously, from 2001, but they function, they work, everything is good with those. So if you're interested in them, or you know a buddy who might need a set, shoot me a message. And then the edge comp box, I will let you know once I get that removed from the truck and that thing is up for grabs, and I will start letting people message me on that. And guys, don't forget, a lot of you still ask me about parts and tools that you see me using here on the truck or in the garage. I link as much of that stuff as I can down in the video description. So you got to make sure that you go down there and check out those links. Those links will also help to support the channel. It'll help me to be able to bring you better content, bigger projects, everything that you guys ask for and request. That's what those links are for. They help you find the parts that you're looking for, help you get those parts, and then help to support the channel. There's also some new links down there for Amsoil products. It'll take you to the diesel oils, it'll take you to the gear oils, whatever. And there's a link that'll just take you right to the Amsoil store in general. Those links will also help the channel, help to support the channel, and help me be able to bring you bigger, better content that everybody always asks for. And also, more importantly, they're gonna set you guys up with the best fluids out there for your truck so that you can take care of your truck and make sure that you get the longest lifespan possible out of your truck. You take care of your truck will take care of you. So check out those Amsoil links. Go check out the store, the website. If you need any products, I encourage you to use those links, pick those products up. And it is a win-win situation for you and I both, because not only do you get those good products for yourself and your truck, but then it also helps the channel bring you guys more content. That is it for this video though, guys. I mentioned those parts being for sale in the last video, and I just wanted to show you some of that stuff right now and kind of touch base on that again real quick, and then just remind you about the links in the video description, because I constantly get questions about parts and stuff, and just remind you that there's new links down there for Amsoil products. We're trying to come up with some other ways that we can kind of help the channel to help bring you guys more content, especially when things are slow with the truck, or I don't really feel a need to fix or repair anything on the truck. Like currently, there's not much that I need to do with it. The thing is running fine, and I don't feel like going out of my way just to find things to fix or replace just for the sake of making a video. So when things are slow like this, if those links are being used and you guys are getting the products that you want and then also helping the channel, then we will be able to just say screw it, and I will go out of my way to find things, or I will come up with bigger things to switch out on the truck. A lot of you guys request P-pumps and this and that. Trust me, I would love to do that stuff and bring you that type of content, but we got to get to a certain point before I am comfortable doing that type of stuff. I'm going to sign out here though, so don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. You guys know what to do. If you are new, you're just stopping in, hit that subscribe button, become a family member. There is going to be some changes coming, hopefully this spring and summer. I'm going to try to start ordering parts and start to get a little pile accumulated here in the garage. So once the weather gets better, we can just dive into the truck and start pumping out content to you guys and load you right up with a bunch of good stuff to watch. Again, don't forget the links down below, and I will see you guys soon with another new video. See ya.